In the pre-dawn hours of Saturday, August 16, 1969, 100 law enforcement officers arrived at Spahn Ranch in Chatsworth, California, a horse ranch owned by 80-year-old George Spahn. For the past year, Spahn, who was blind, had allowed members of a commune to live at his property in exchange for doing work, including tending the ponies. The raid was the culmination of a 5-month investigation, starting with auto theft and eventually raising concerns about drug trafficking, weapons, stolen credit cards, and underage teens. Their main suspect, 34-year-old Charles Mills Manson, the de facto leader of a group of nearly 24 children, teens, and young adults. Police arrived during overnight hours to minimize the chance of risk. During the raid, police confiscated numerous weapons, stolen vehicles, and auto parts. They also found several children in serious stages of neglect and minors who had been reported as runaway. They arrested most of the adults during the raid, and Child Protective Services took the children into custody. This was the largest multi-agency law enforcement raid in California history at the time. They found the stolen vehicles that initially began the investigation. They found evidence of drug dealing and coercion in a large-scale theft operation, but 2 days later, police released all of the arrested suspects. Why? 1 week before the raid, members of the Manson family left Spahn Ranch to commit 7 brutal murders in 2 nights, the Tate and LaBianca killings, often referred to as the Helter-Skelter murders. We know that law enforcement had been watching the ranch for weeks at that point. Did they see the killers leave? Did they see them return? If the reason that the suspects were released was because, as we have been told for decades, that the warrant was misdated, and yet the local sheriff's office continued to quietly monitor the activities at the ranch, why wasn't a new warrant issued and the Manson family re-arrested? 10 days after the raid, members of the Manson family killed 1 more victim, ranch hand Donald Jerome Shorty Shea, who they believed had snitched on them to the police. Law enforcement knew that a member of the family had already been arrested for murder. They also allegedly knew that Charles Manson had attempted to kill another man. They knew the family was armed and dangerous, but they did not rearrest them, and therefore did not prevent 1 more killing from taking place. I invite you to subscribe to this channel where we explore stories about the Manson family and other stories of crime, culture, and consequence.